Thinking Byzantine here, and today we'll be talking about ARKX. Now, before we get into this article, I'd like to say that I'm not a financial advisor. This is all my own opinion, and please do your own research before entering any type of position. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump right in. So, I just want to talk about ARKX because mainly it's being launched tomorrow, March 30th, 2021. I did a video earlier talking about ARKX, but I just want to go over it again. And let's start by saying why you should invest in ARKX, according to ARK Invest anyway. Why invest in ARKX? Exposure to space exploration, including orbital and suborbital airspace enabling technologies, and beneficiaries of aerospace activities such as agriculture, internet access, global positioning systems, and construction and imaging. Alrighty then, and here are the fun details. We have the ticker ARKX, and the standard 0.75 expense ratio, which is standard with all ARK active ETFs. And its portfolio manager is Kathy D. Woods, as usual. Now, we're just going to take a look through their holdings and see if we can pick out any interesting ones. And see if we can find some questionable ones as well. So, did a bit of research on some of these top holdings. Tribble is an agriculture company, so it benefits from the little agriculture subsection that they stated. We have this 3D printing ETF, and it makes sense as 3D printing would be pivotal in space exploration, especially if you have a little, I forgot what it's called, but there's a type of droid that's able to self-replicate, and I bet that type of droid could be used for exploration and would require 3D printing. Was it? I think not. Now I remember. I think it was called a von Neumann probe. Kratos Defense and Security. Now, this right here is a space defense company. I mean, they make specialized directed energy weapons, unmanned systems, satellite communications, microelectronics, missile defense. So, sounds like your bog standard defense company that just has some cool space technology, like Star Wars type of technology. Directed energy weapons. It sounds like something you'll see in Star Wars, but it's not really like a laser bolt that Stormtrooper will shoot. It's something entirely different, but it sounds cool and space-like. And then satellite communications, which is definitely something in space, of course. So basically, what I can come up from these top holdings, it's a lot of defense companies, and that makes sense, as defense companies typically deal with space threats, like in the 80s and 90s. I believe Reagan had Star Wars to make a laser nuclear defense system. So yeah, but space and the military have been protected for a long, long time, especially when nukes start flying through space to hit other countries. I'm not sure how JD or let's see, what's that other company that I found that's a bit vexing? Netflix. It's a bit vexing on my part. I mean, I don't remember Netflix, being a part of space exploration. Maybe they fit internet access, or I'm just a bit baffled with the inclusion of Netflix. Some of these other type of companies you'll see, Nvidia. Where's TSM? Here it is. Taiwan Semiconductor, Xilinx. Those are semiconductor companies that make chips that are vital for exploration. And then we have some communication companies like Iridium. So I think this ETF, I don't know, you could call it defense ETF if you got rid of some of these holdings, as it does hold a lot of defense. So for those who don't like the military, or don't want to invest into the military, this may not be for them. Some questionable holdings. I'm mainly looking at Netflix. And then there's some other holdings, which require a bit more thinking, as to see why they're included, like 3D printing, Deere & Co. and Webull. And then there's some stuff that makes 100% sense, like Virgin Galactic. That's a given. Space tourism right there. And another holding that some may be interested in is Amazon. Now, why is Amazon in this? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe Kathy Woods is taking account of Blue Origin, which is another startup that Bezos did, which is separate from Amazon, from what I remember. But maybe Amazon has a bit of like a stake into Blue Origin, but I'm not sure. And I guess Alibaba Group is another vexing holding. So it's mix of bag, really. Workhorse, another vexing holding, but the video I like. At this point, it's just getting to a bit rambliness, but yeah, it's it has its ups and downs. Some questionings I would question, and some I entirely agree with. Like, I agree with the 3D printing ETF. I know it's a bit weird to have an ETF within an ETF, but I agree with the principle, as 3D printing is, even though it's not the same as it was in 2016, it still has a long ways to go. So with an ETF, you're going to try picking out like, choosing the entire industry and try not picking the winner. So that I can agree with, but Netflix. You get what I mean. But so, what are your thoughts with the holdings of this ETF? Will you guys be entering this ETF? And please do mind the cat, and have a nice day.